Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we have a list of top 10 best dark thriller anime to watch. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a like, and if you are new, please subscribe to our channel. So without any further delay, let's begin. Number 10. Shiki. 15-year-old Megumi Shimizu dreamed of a glamorous life in the big city. However, her unexpected death in the quiet village of Sogdoba marks the beginning of what appears to be a ferocious epidemic that turns the hot summer into a season of blood and terror. A young doctor named Toshio Ozaki begins to doubt the nature of the disease and comes to understand that to discover the truth, he must abandon his humanity. Meanwhile, Natsuno Yuki, an antisocial youth from the city, is haunted by the sudden death of Megumi and must realize the pain of friendship in the face of his own tragedy. Toshio and Natsuno form an unlikely pair as they work together to save Sotoba before it transforms into a ghost town of vampires. Shiki goes beyond the average vampire story. It tells the tragic tale of survival in the world where one cannot easily distinguish between good and evil. Abandoned by God, the Shiki, as the vampires call themselves, have only their will to live as they clash with the fear of the paranoid, unbelieving villagers. Shiki explores the boundary that separates men from monster. Number 9. It Invaded. The Mizuhanome system is a highly advanced development that allows people to enter one of the most intriguing places in existence, the human mind, through the use of so-called cognition particles left behind at a crime scene by the perpetrator. Detectives from the specialized police squad Kura can manifest a criminal's unconscious mind as a bizarre stream of thoughts in a virtual world. Their task is to explore their psychological plane called an It Well to reveal the identity of the culprit. Not just anyone can enter the It Wells. The prerequisite is that you must have killed someone yourself. Such is the case for former detective Akihito Narihisago, who is known as Sakaido inside the It Wells. Once a respected member of the police, tragedy struck and he soon found himself on the other side of the law. Nevertheless, Narihisago continues to assist Kura in confinement, while his prodigious detective skills still prove useful towards investigations. Narihisago discovers that not everything is as it seems, as behind the seemingly standalone series of murder cases lurks a much more sinister truth. Number 8. Ergo Proxy. Within the domed city of Romdo lies one of the last human civilizations on Earth. Thousands of years ago, a global ecological catastrophe doomed the planet. Now, life outside these domains is virtually impossible. To expedite mankind's recovery, auto-raves humanoid-like robots have been created to assist people in their day-to-day lives. However, auto-raves have become contracting an enigmatic disease called the cognitovirus, which grants them self-awareness. Ray Meyer, granddaughter of Groundl's ruler, is assigned to investigate this phenomenon alongside her auto-rave partner Iggy. But what begins as a routine investigation quickly spirals into a conspiracy as she is confronted by humanity's darkest sins. Number 7. Death Parade. After death, there is no heaven or hell, only a bar that stands between reincarnation and oblivion. There, the attendant will, one after another, challenge pairs of the recently deceased to a random game in which their fate of either ascending into reincarnation or falling into the void will be wagered. Whether it's bowling, darts, air hockey, or anything in between, each person's true nature will be revealed in a ghastly parade of death and memories, dancing to the whims of the bar's master. Welcome to Queen Dekim, where Dekim, arbiter of the afterlife, awaits. Death Parade expands upon the original one-shot intended to train young animators. It follows yet more people receiving judgment, until a strange black-haired guest causes Dekim to begin questioning his own rulings. Number 6. Psychopaths. The series takes place in the near future, when it is possible to instantaneously measure and quantify a person's state of mind and personality. This information is recorded and processed, and the term psychopath in the anime's title refers to a standard used to measure an individual's being. The story centers around the enforcement officer Shinya Kogami, who is tasked with managing crime in such a world. Number 5. From the New World. In the town of Kamisu, 66, 12-year-old Saki Watanabe has just awakened to her psychic powers and is relieved to rejoin her friends. The mischievous Satoru Asahina, the shy Mamoru Ito, the cheerful Maria Akizuki, and Shun Aonuma, a mysterious boy whom Saki admires at Seijo Academy, a special school for psychics. However, unease looms as Saki begins to question the fate of those unable to awaken to their powers, and the children begin to get involved with secretive matters such as the rumored tainted cats set to abduct children. From the New World tells the unique coming of age story of Saki and her friends as they journey to grow into their roles in the supposed utopia. Accepting these roles, however, might not come easy when faced with the dark and shocking truths of society and the impending havoc born from the New World. Number 4. When They Cry. On one hot summer day in 1983, a transfer student named Maibara Keiichi comes to a peaceful rural village in Hinamizawa. There, he befriends his classmates Reina, Mion, Rika, and Satoko. Accepted as a full-fledged member of the club, Keiichi and the gang plays all sorts of activities ranging from card and board games to hide and seek. But just as Keiichi was beginning to be assimilated in simple rural life, he stumbles upon the dark history of Hinamizawa. As Keiichi dives deeper into the mystery, he finds that his newfound friend may not be all what they claim to be. Number 3. Serial Experiments Lane. Lane Iwakura appears to be an ordinary girl with almost no experience with computers. Yet, the sudden suicide of a schoolmate and a number of strange occurrences conspire to pull Lane into the world of the Wired, where she gradually learns that nothing is what it seems to be, not even Lane herself. Number 2. Steins Gate. The self-proclaimed mad scientist Rintaro Okabe rents out a room in a rickety old building in Akihabara where he indulges himself in his hobby of inventing prospective future gadgets with fellow lab members Mayuri Shina, his airheaded childhood friend, and Hashida Itaru, a perverted hacker nicknamed Daru. The three pass the time by tinkering with their most promising contraption, yet a machine dubbed the Foon Microwave, which performs the strange function of morphing bananas into piles of green gel. Though miraculous in itself, the phenomenon doesn't provide anything concrete in Okabe's search for a scientific breakthrough. That is, until the lab members are spurred into action by a string of mysterious happenings before stumbling upon an unexpected success. The Foon Microwave can send emails to the past, altering the flow of history. Number 1. The Promised Neverland. Surrounded by a forest and a gated entrance, the Gracefield house is inhabited by orphans happily living together as one big family, looked after by their mama Isabella. Although they are required to take tests daily, the children are free to spend their time as they see fit, usually playing outside as long as they do not venture too far from the orphanage, a rule they are expected to follow no matter what. However, all good times must come to an end, as every few months a child is adopted and sent to live with their new family, never to be heard from again. However, the three oldest siblings have their suspicions about what is actually happening at the orphanage, and they are about to discover the cruel fate that awaits the children living at Gracefield, including the twisted nature of their beloved mama. That's it for today's video. I hope you like it, and please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe the channel. If you are new, remember to hit the notification button for any more upcoming videos.